When it comes to comfort food, few dishes can match the warmth and satisfaction of a homemade chicken pot pie. This classic recipe brings together tender chunks of chicken, vibrant vegetables, and a creamy, savory sauce, all nestled beneath a golden, flaky crust. Whether you're preparing a meal for your family, hosting friends, or simply indulging in a cozy night at home, chicken pot pie is sure to delight everyone at the table. Today, let's walk through the steps to create a truly delicious chicken pot pie, from the perfect filling to the irresistible crust, and discover the secrets to making this beloved dish shine. To begin, let's gather the ingredients that form the heart of this recipe. You'll need boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs, diced into bite-sized pieces. Both cuts work beautifully, but chicken thighs tend to remain especially moist and flavorful during baking. Alongside the chicken, select a medley of fresh vegetables. Carrots, celery, onions, and peas are traditional favorites, each adding color and texture to the filling. For the sauce, you'll need chicken broth, milk or cream, and flour to thicken. Butter adds a rich undertone, while fresh herbs like thyme and parsley bring brightness and depth. Start by preparing the chicken. If you're using raw chicken, season it lightly with salt and pepper. Heat a large skillet over medium heat, add a drizzle of olive oil or a knob of butter, and sauté the chicken pieces just until they're cooked through and golden on the outside. Transfer the chicken to a plate and set aside. Next, in the same skillet, melt a few tablespoons of butter and add the diced onions, carrots, and celery. These aromatic vegetables form the backbone of the filling, infusing the pot pie with subtle sweetness and a hearty foundation. Sauté the vegetables until they begin to soften, about 5 to 7 minutes. If you enjoy a touch of garlic, add a minced clove or two at this stage, letting it cook until fragrant. Sprinkle flour over the vegetables, stirring to coat them evenly. The flour acts as a thickener for the sauce, transforming the mixture into a luscious gravy. Cook the flour for a minute or two to eliminate any raw taste, then gradually pour in chicken broth, whisking constantly to prevent lumps. Add milk or cream, continuing to stir as the sauce thickens and turns silky smooth. Now, it's time to bring everything together. Return the cooked chicken to the skillet and fold in a cup of fresh or frozen peas. For added flavor, sprinkle in chopped fresh thyme and parsley. Taste the filling and adjust the seasoning with salt and pepper as needed. The mixture should be rich, creamy, and packed with savory goodness. With the filling complete, let's turn our attention to the crust. While store-bought pie crusts offer convenience, making your own pastry from scratch elevates the pot pie to a whole new level. To prepare a simple, flaky crust, combine flour, salt, and cold cubed butter in a mixing bowl. Use a pastry cutter or your fingertips to blend the butter into the flour until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Drizzle in ice water, a tablespoon at a time, gently mixing until the dough comes together. Wrap the dough in plastic and chill for at least 30 minutes, allowing the gluten to relax and the butter to firm up. When you're ready to assemble the pot pie, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Spoon the chicken and vegetable filling into a deep pie dish or casserole. Roll out the chilled pastry dough on a lightly floured surface, aiming for a thickness of about 1/8 of an inch. Carefully lift the dough and drape it over the filling, trimming any excess around the edges. Press the crust gently to seal it to the rim of the dish and crimp the edges for a decorative finish. Cut a few small slits in the top to allow steam to escape as the pie bakes. For a glossy, golden finish, brush the crust with a beaten egg or a splash of milk. This simple step adds both color and a subtle crunch to the pastry. Slide the pot pie into the oven and bake for 30 to 40 minutes, or until the crust is deeply golden and the filling bubbles up around the edges. As the pot pie bakes, the aroma will fill your kitchen with hints of buttery pastry, savory chicken, and fresh herbs. The anticipation builds as the crust transforms from pale dough to a crisp, golden lid, promising a satisfying meal inside. When the pie emerges from the oven, let it rest for a few minutes to allow the filling to set. Now comes the best part: serving and enjoying your homemade chicken pot pie. Cut generous wedges, revealing the creamy filling beneath the flaky crust. Each bite offers a perfect balance of tender chicken, sweet vegetables, and rich sauce, all enveloped in buttery pastry. Pair your pot pie with a simple green salad or steamed vegetables for a complete meal, or savor it on its own as the ultimate comfort food. If you'd like to customize your chicken pot pie, there are endless possibilities. Swap in diced potatoes or mushrooms for a heartier filling, or add corn and green beans for extra color and sweetness. For a lighter version, use low-fat milk or substitute olive oil for some of the butter. You can even make individual pot pies and ramekins for personalized servings, perfect for entertaining or portion control. For those seeking a gluten-free option, replace the traditional pastry with a biscuit topping or use gluten-free flour blends for the crust. The creamy filling can be thickened with cornstarch instead of flour, ensuring everyone can enjoy this classic dish. Leftover chicken pot pie stores well in the refrigerator, and the flavors continue to meld and deepen over time. Simply cover the dish with foil or transfer portions to airtight containers. To reheat, warm individual slices in the microwave or cover the entire pie with foil and bake in a low oven until heated through. If you're planning ahead, chicken pot pie also freezes beautifully. Assemble the pie as directed, wrap it tightly in plastic and foil, and freeze before baking. When you're ready to enjoy, bake straight from the freezer, adding a few extra minutes to the cooking time. This makes chicken pot pie an excellent choice for busy weeknights or meal prepping. The origins of chicken pot pie stretch back centuries, with early versions appearing in European kitchens. Over time, the dish evolved to reflect local ingredients and tastes. In America, chicken pot pie became a staple of home cooking, celebrated for its practicality and comforting flavors. Today, it remains a symbol of warmth and hospitality, shared among family and friends during holidays, gatherings, and everyday meals. While the classic recipe is beloved, modern interpretations abound. Some cooks incorporate a splash of white wine into the sauce for added depth, while others experiment with spices like paprika, sage, or rosemary. Vegetarian versions substitute chicken with hearty mushrooms or tofu, creating a dish that's just as satisfying and flavorful. At its core, chicken pot pie is more than just a meal. It's an experience. The process of preparing the filling, rolling out the crust, and baking the pie brings people together, transforming simple ingredients into something truly special. Each step is an act of care, infusing the dish with love and attention that shines through in every bite. If you're new to baking pot pies, don't worry if your crust isn't perfect or the filling bubbles over a bit. The rustic charm of homemade pot pie lies in its imperfections, each one a testament to the hands that crafted it. With practice, you'll develop your own techniques and preferences, tailoring the recipe to suit your tastes and traditions. For gatherings or celebrations, chicken pot pie can be made in advance and baked just before serving, ensuring a hot, fresh meal for your guests. Pair it with a crisp white wine or a comforting mug of herbal tea, and let the conversation flow as you enjoy this timeless dish together. In the end, the most delicious chicken pot pie is the one made with care, shared with loved ones, and savored slowly. Whether you follow a traditional recipe or put your own twist on it, the joy of chicken pot pie lies in its ability to bring comfort and happiness to any occasion. So the next time you crave something warm and satisfying, gather your ingredients, roll up your sleeves, and treat yourself to the delicious experience of homemade chicken pot pie. Let the aroma fill your home, let the flavors nourish your soul, and celebrate the simple pleasures of cooking and sharing a meal that's truly unforgettable.